It's a great honor, very great honor. Bo, he was one of the first people I actually went to Riverside, and it was a new experience actually being on the other side instead of actually in jail. So, yeah, for me. Yeah, so it was a wonderful experience, but seeing Bo grow in the last 9 months, it's a wonderful feeling, man. Knowing that I was a part, and same thing with Regenesis, and definitely, Pastor McReynolds here. And, I hope the best for you, man. And if you ever need anything, you have a friend here, okay? Yeah. All right, love you.
Amen. Well, brother, and you're a local guy here. All right. And it's always a pleasure to see your family here. Come worship with us. I love their heart and their spirit. You got a lot of aunties and folk that mama who are going to make sure that the work that God's doing and done and is going to, that, right? You got your... I said, listen, I tell people, I tell all the students, I said, you gotta love the boot, because every single one of us need it, and you gotta learn to love it. And I know you had some of those issues here, even just learning to figure out, that and everything like that. But man, you did it. This day has come. God's smiling on you. Your family's here smiling on you, and what a great feeling, right? All right, tell us about your journey.
So when I first got here, and Pastor Gino and Daniel came and picked me up from Riverside, New Beginnings, all I knew was that it was faith-based program, a lot of different things like that were going to be happening. So I tried to prepare myself mentally to make sure that I was humble enough to bring on New Beginnings and what would have myself in. I was definitely kind of scared, but still at the same time, I wanted to make sure that I was ready for it, for whatever may come about. So I tried to ask Pastor Gino so many questions, Daniel so many questions. Of course, like we all see, Daniel was looking in his phone, so he was not talking to me. But Gino I answered a few questions to the best of his ability, and that's what I did. And when I got to the store, of course, the first lovely face that I met was Miss Carmen. I felt warm. I still was apprehensive about things. I didn't know what to come of things. But I was proud to begin a new chapter. Got a little thing here. I couldn't remember it. I was so scared. I'm nervous now. Me, nervous, but yes, I am nervous. Oh, man. Give me 1 second. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Standing here today, it's hard to put in words what the last 10 months have truly meant to me. If I'm being honest, when I first walked through the doors of Regenesis, I was a man who had lost his way. I was someone who desperately needed structure, but didn't know how to ask for it. I needed to learn obedience. I needed to find patience. And more than anything, I needed to grow spiritually. For the last 4 and 5 years, I used alcohol to mask what I was really feeling. I let it cloud my thoughts and drown out the person I was meant to be. During those dark times, I took everything for granted: my health, my relationships, even my own self-worth. I wasn't a good friend to others, and I certainly wasn't a good friend to myself. But the leadership and management here saw something in me that I couldn't see. They saw potential where I saw mistakes. Through this program, I've been able to focus on my mental, physical, and spiritual well-being in a way I never thought possible. I remember a sermon I heard recently. Well, it wasn't recently, actually. It was my very first week here, about a little child within us that pastor had brought to our attention. That hit hard on me. I realized for a long time I had pushed that inner child away. I hid my dreams, I ignored my accomplishments, and I stopped believing I could flourish. But through guidance I've received here, I've reconnected with that part of myself. I've invited the inner child back into the light. Today, January 10th, 2026, I stand before you as a man who has made a complete turnaround. For the first time in a long time, I can look in the mirror and actually be happy with the reflection and looking back at me. I'm proud of the man I have become. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the leadership, the management, and every person who keeps Regenesis running. You didn't just give me a program, you gave me my life back. Thank you for believing in me until I was ready to believe in myself. I got small tokens here.